All right, have and have not fans. Now, this is going to be an interesting video because a lot of fans have been asking me about it in terms of how do I think Erica will die in the upcoming season of the Haves and the Have-Nots. Now, it isn't a full-blown confirmation that, hey, Erica's going to die in the next season, but I feel, and again, these are just my thoughts here, in a way, I feel like her character is kind of dying off in terms of what she can bring to the series at this point. You know, at least maybe unless I'm missing something here, the only real plot point she is serving is simply being Candace's way of getting back at David Harrington by taking money from him, just like how he hired Oscar to get the money that she extorted from Jim Cryer. So basically this is a revenge ploy. Now, what I'm thinking here is the fact that given the fact that she was in a relationship with Warlock, but now he's dead along with most of his crew members, the only reason that Erica was alive was because Mitch basically told Mama Rose, oh, she can live, and then she got out of the restaurant. Now, at this point, remember that Candace knew that Erica was part of this whole scheme. So by extension, the fact that she ducked under the table, if she would have gotten killed at the restaurant along with Warlock and her crew, you know what? I don't think Candace would have been phased whatsoever. The only quote unquote negative side of Erica dying would be Candace going, damn, there goes my plan to get back at David Harrington. I had to go back to the drawing boards, or just leave him alone to begin with. So what I'm thinking here is, if Erica doesn't get the money, because I believe that Candace kind of pulled a Warlock in terms of, okay, I'm putting a timetable on you. By now, you should have had a credit card. You better have it by, you know, tomorrow or something like that. And I believe Erica said that, oh, I need X amount of dollars for this guy, my ex-fiance or boyfriend, to get off my back or something like that. I believe that Dave was trying to get more intel about who is this guy, because Erica's just like, oh, what are you going to do? And we all know she's making up the story here. So what I'm thinking is, when Veronica teams up with Candace, which it will happen, because remember, Veronica said that I will get you out of jail, Candace, if you allow me to get in your plan to get back at David. So I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. Candace will probably be the one to say, okay, Erica, I need you to be alive in order to, you know, get this money from David. Veronica might be the one that says, hey, I want this little girl to die. She's been screwing my man, so I want her dead. Remember, she got in a fight in the elevator for one reason, which is just getting back at David, because any woman that touches him or looks at him the wrong way, according to Veronica, she wants dead. So what I'm thinking is, both women have no use for Erica. Well, let me just rephrase that. Veronica wants her dead for touching David. Candace most likely wants her dead for the fact that, okay, you've been two-timing me, you two-faced bitch, so I want you dead working for Warlock. So what I'm thinking is, Erica is pretty much going to be like a chicken with his head cut off running around here, because she knows that, hey, I'm screwed on both fronts. Okay, the guy I'm trying to con right now, his soon-to-be ex-wife allegedly wants me dead. My quote-unquote friend Candace, who I've been working with since, you know, I first got in this game, she knows that I was two-timing hoe working for Warlock, and I almost got killed as a result. So my question is, will Erica still communicate with Candace, or the fact that she escaped death thanks to Mitch, will she just go along with David in terms of, you know what, maybe it's best for me to just stick with David, form a real relationship, and then just get money that way. So what I'm thinking is, at some point, Erica's life is going to end next. And again, this is just a prediction. Next season, she'll be killed. I don't know how exactly, but given the fact that Veronica and Candace have an interesting track record when it comes to killing people, I think that when it comes down to Erica's death, neither one of them will do it physically. I feel like they'll get somebody else to do it, or they'll be executing some plan. I mean, seriously, it would not surprise me that Veronica will be the one to say, you know what, I want this bitch dead, because I bet her and Candace, and again, it goes back to my Veronica Candace team up in terms of, think about if you like comic books or watch those kind of movies or TV shows where the villains who always get defeated by the hero or heroes team up together. They put their differences aside, they team up, they beat the heroes, but then during like the last 15 minutes, everything falls apart because of their own selfish agendas. Like one person will stab the other person in the back, and then they lose everything. What I'm thinking is, Veronica, Erica, and Candace will come with the perfect plan to get back at David. And then during that plan, Veronica will say, if I press this button, this little girl will get killed or something like, you know what I'm talking about. There'll be some hitch in a scenario where Veronica will say, okay, if I do this now, not only is David going to be screwed, but this little girl that he's been messing around with is going to be dead. I feel like she'll be the one to push that button just to get back, not to get back at Candace, but to just say, you know what, the only reason I teamed up with you was to get back at David. Or the other plan is they successfully get the money from David, you know, like Erica, they get the money from David like they planned from the start. And then after that, it's just like, okay, well, I have no more use for you. Now you can just die. So I feel like by some means, Erica's going to die due to the team up of Veronica and Candace. That's just my personal view of it, because I honestly don't see what else Erica can bring to the table. I mean, if there's something I missed, I will be more than happy to read the comments below if you go into detail about, I don't know, Erica's probably going to find a way to, you know, come back strong or take the money for herself and leave. I don't think she would do that. That would be an interesting ploy. I don't think that would be the smartest decision, because the last thing I think she would want to do is take money from somebody that she's involved with in terms of a bigger scheme. Basically, she's working with Candace because of Candace's plan. Now, if Veronica gets in on this, my question is, will Erica know about it? Because remember, Candace doesn't trust Erica now. I mean, Veronica even knows that. So my guess is Veronica and Candace are going to form their own team. Candace is going to be the one communicating with Erica one-on-one, because imagine if Erica knew that if Veronica was working with them to get back at David, I don't think she would want to do it. But at this point, Erica really doesn't have a choice but to do anything that she's told. That's just my opinion on things. So what I'm thinking is Erica's going to die due to the team up of Veronica and Candace. How exactly, I'm not sure. I need to see some extended trailers, maybe some, you know, maybe the first couple episodes of the season, just because we really didn't, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, we really didn't see much of any of Erica in the finale, aside from being in the apartment with David and just talking about how she needs money and how she got that mark on her face as a result of that boy hitting her. So I really need to see more in order to gauge the situation. Typically, a lot of TV shows will do that maybe in the first couple episodes of a season. It's like the setup for something bigger. You can, and not in all shows, but in some shows, you can gauge the importance of a character based on what their role is in the first couple episodes due to setup. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment sections below. How do you think Erica will die this season if she were to die? Because again, honestly, I don't feel like there's much of any other plot that she can add aside from the David situation. And once that's all said and done, I mean, what good is she?